Hi, my name's Heather, and my research question was who were Walter and Olive Ann Beach, and what were their contributions to the aviation industry? This question is significant because it allowed me to research economic history, diving into the history of travel air manufacturing and Beach aircraft companies. Beach Aircraft still produces planes today under the name Beechcraft. These businesses have provided employment in Wichita, Kansas for almost a century and continue to contribute to Wichita's local economy. For my paper, I was able to discuss two entrepreneurs, the lasting business that they created, and their legacy. The two main sources I used for my paper were an interview that Olive Ann Beach did in 1990 and a history of Walter Beach sent out by Beach Aircraft Public Relations in 1997 after he won the National Aviation Hall of Fame induction. I also used newspaper articles and the current Beechcraft website. I used the Olive Ann interview and the Walter Beach history to discuss the main events in their lives, and then I filled in the gaps with other sources to provide additional information. I found a lot of interesting things in my research. What I found the most interesting was barnstorming. I kind of went down a rabbit hole on barnstorming, even though I only discussed it briefly in my paper. Walter Beach was a World War I pilot, and like other pilots returning after the war, he needed a job, and he wanted to keep flying. The Army had a surplus of planes and were selling them for $200. Walter Beach bought one and flew it around the Midwest performing stunts and offering rides in his plane for money. Barnstorming was an extremely popular form of entertainment in the 1920s. In an interview with the Sunday Times, Olive Ann Beach said, "In those days, if you didn't stunt, you didn't fly." Barnstorming is an important part of aviation history. It was the first form of civil aviation. It helped to popularize the industry, and it led to aviation safety legislation. Apart from barnstorming, I learned about Walter Beach's life and his vision and pioneering spirit. His ideas made three businesses successful: travel air manufacturing, the Curtiss Wright Corporation, and his own company, Beach Aircraft Company. He wanted to form his own company to have complete control and to be able to work with the machinery. Walter was the entrepreneur, the pilot, and the visionary. Olive Ann Beach was the one with the business sense. She had her own bank account at age 7 and kept the family books at age 11. Her father owned a small construction company, and she would deliver his bills and perform routine work for him. Beach airplanes became popular due to winning air races and setting speed records in the 1930s. The company also contributed over 7,400 aircraft to the war effort during World War II. Before Walter's death in 1950, Olive Ann was a big part of the company, and after his death, it was natural for her to take over completely. She spent 5 decades running the company and won many awards for her achievements. Overall, I had a fun time researching Walter and Olive Ann Beach and learning about the early days of aviation.